Okay, so here we have the Commodore 64, and we're loading Gemini Wings. And it's a beautiful day outside. As you can see, I'm blinded by the sunlight. But look at that start screen. It's very, yeah, I mean, the graphics are very similar to the original arcade game. And look at that monster. It's a tough game though. And yeah, let's take a look at the. Okay, so you'll be seeing this quite a bit. Oh, this is looking very nice. Tech mode, Gemini Wings, and because I was taking a look at the Spectrum version and the arcade version a little while ago, I thought, well, you know, let's see if it's available on the Commodore 64. And lo and behold, I actually found it. And it's a very nice looking game, and yeah, let's go check it out. It's one of the later games. It's produced in 1988 by Imagitec, a company that I'm not very familiar with. Imagitec, perhaps it's a combination of something. But yeah, let's go check it out. Let's go see what it does. Press the fire button. Everything has to be loaded from disk, so okay, so this looks very, very familiar. The music is very familiar, and as you can see, the Commodore 64, with its limited amount of sprites on screen, it had 8 sprites on screen. You can actually see that the number of power-ups are not dragged behind the main ship, but are actually depicted on the bottom of the screen. Now I have 2, and they are using just character graphics for that. And the screen is actually divided up into 3 sections actually, but it is actually 2. There's the top part is a regular text mode screen with the score being displayed using character graphics. Then we have a high resolution of 4 colors per 8-bit pixel square smooth scrolling screen with, I'd say, more than 8 sprites at the same time visible on screen. So they must be using some sort of raster interrupt thing. And then at the bottom of the screen there's this yeah, similar plane that is used for the scoring field. So the machine is actually using a couple of display modes simultaneously by using a raster interrupt. It's not perfect because you can actually sometimes see the line skip a bit. Also, sometimes the sprites flicker, and it's a tough game. It really is a tough game, as you'll be able to see. Let's try it for real now. And I have yet to play this a lot because it's actually the first time I found out that it's on the Commodore 64. And if you press fire just a lot and quickly, then you'll be able to get anywhere. But you really need to be using your specials, because if you don't, there's so much on screen at the same time that, yeah, that is just virtually impossible for you to get anywhere. The enemies are actually positioned at a similar position to the other game, so if you are familiar with the other game, you might actually get somewhere in this game. But it seems that the levels are a tad shorter though, and but there's a lot of action on the screen, and it's tough as nails. I just keep dying all the time. So reaching the end of level boss is actually quite doable. But then beating it, I mean, I often end up here with just 1 life, and I can see if I can try to destroy it that way. Whoops. And then I die. Okay, let's try it again. And this. Let's try it for real now. I'm not gonna make this into a super long video, which is tedious. But as you can see, trying to remember the patterns does help. But I need some extras. This creature is able to give me some extras, I believe. I'm curious after the NTSC version of this game because it's supposed to be running a bit faster on there. Man. It would help to reach the end of level boss with more than just one life or one special. Whoops. Yeah. These ghastly things shooting all these foes at you. Well, I won't be able to beat the monster, I guess. Yeah, and I'm looking at my own reflection in the CRT tube that I'm playing the game on, so I'm not using the LCD, but perhaps I should have. But whoops. So there's this extra coming. Oops. Okay, so if you die, you instantly start loading the high score screen. Okay, let's try it one more time, and if I'm not able to make it, then that's that, and I won't be showing you anything beyond the first level boss. Very nice sine wave attack patterns, which are easily remembered. I think for some reason I keep on committing suicide. Whoops. Yeah, this is Gemini Wing's overload. But yeah, I mean, it's a great find on this system. I mean, sure, it does need to load from disk because it's big. Perhaps I think it was even on two sides originally, two disk sides. So it spans about 360 kilobytes of RAM, which doesn't seem like a huge amount. But in Commodore 64 days, it really was a huge amount of memory, because these systems, mind you that the machine code bytes used for a single instruction are actually far less than the number of bytes needed to encode a 16-bit or 32-bit or even a 64-bit program. So you could actually do quite a bit with 64 kilobytes of RAM back in the day, and nowadays you won't be able to store a picture in it. But yeah, that's the thing with Windows 64-bit. A lot of the programs actually become bigger just because of the code, the opcodes using more memory. So very, very nice game. It's tough as nails, and I haven't seen. Okay, well, that was it. I won't be showing you anything beyond the first level boss, but perhaps someone else will. And if you happen to have the game on the Amiga or the Atari ST, please show it to us, because I'm looking forward to seeing some gameplay footage of that. And if it's good enough, I may actually be tempted to get it for those machines. Well, Mark signing off, and I'll be back with another video soon.